so bad right now that the recording might be really jumpy. But if you cannot, um, even if the recording doesn't work, the directions are right there on the page. All right, all you have to do is read them. Okay. All right, so starting off though, your study guide is due, the test is tomorrow and the study guide's due tomorrow. The test is tomorrow and the study guide is due tomorrow. Okay, we've talked about this. You're not going to Google any of the answers. You're going to use your book and everything in your book to get this answered. Okay, the study guide is due tomorrow and your test is tomorrow. Okay, let's switch gears and look at your taxonomy project. All right, what you're going to do, there's two parts to the taxonomy project. First, all of your videos have used a funny little sentence to help you remember kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. That list. Kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. All right, so the one Amoeba Sisters did one that had something about green spirulina, which is a kind of algae. The dude on Boozman, he had one that said King Philip, dumb King Philip came from German soil. Came over, I forgot the O, came over from German soil. That was on your Boozman worksheet, which, by the way, your Boozman worksheet has been graded. All right, if you made less than a 50 or you haven't turned it in yet, today is the last day. If you made less than a 50, you can fix it for a 50. But if you haven't turned it in, today's the last day on the Boozman. But anyway, in order to remember domain, kingdom, phylum, class, family, order, domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. The sentence I've always used is dumb kings play chess on fat green stools. And you can see a picture. I even found a picture of somebody playing chess by a big ottoman. Okay, so I don't know where that picture came from, but it worked. That's the sentence I always use. Okay, you're going to need to know domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species from every science class from here on out, or most of them. Okay. So what I want you to do, the first part of your project, is you're going to make up 2 silly sentences yourself. They got to be school appropriate. Make up 2 silly sentences yourself, okay, to help you remember domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. 2 sentences for yourself. That's the first part of your project. That shouldn't be too hard. The second part of your project, you are going to make taxonomic pyramids, okay? And what I mean by a taxonomic pyramid is, do you see this fox here? The picture's kind of light. Let me get it a little bit bigger. Okay, but in this fox picture, domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species, and here is the classification for the fox. Can you see my mouse squiggling over here? All right, so you're going to find 4 of them all together. Okay, let me go through the details. Back down to a normal size. Okay. All right, so what? Okay, so you're going to find 4 of them. Okay, the 4th one for everybody will be humans. Okay, the 4th one for everybody is humans. The other 3, only one of them can be a mammal. Okay, and one of them must be an invertebrate. Okay, so you're thinking it's like, oh great, I can do frogs and cats and cows and whales and buffalo, and every one of those is a mammal. Every one of those I just named was a mammal. Okay, you can only have one mammal. One of them must be an invertebrate. Okay, I mean no backbone. That'd be like the bugs, octopus, squid, coral, jellyfish, spiders, bees, all of the bugs. Okay, one of them must be an invertebrate, no backbone. So the other one, the middle 3rd one, you have just about complete choice over. One of them, only one can be a mammal. One of them must be an invertebrate. The 3rd one you're kind of free on as long as it's not another mammal. And the 4th one for everyone is humans. So the way you're going to set this up is you're going to set up a pyramid like this, upside down pyramid. That's how they work. You're going to get the domain, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species for your animal, and then a short little paragraph about them, which includes their common name. All right, so take a look. These first two, hang on, let me give you a better overview. These first two I found on the internet, and they were just about perfect. The third one over here was a bug my son wanted me to check out, and so I had to make my own. I didn't find one on the internet pre-made, and that's fine. I'd kind of rather you didn't. So what I did is I made one. And so right over here on this last page is a blank copy for you to use, for you to make up your own. Now let's take a look at the ones that I found on the internet to make sure, because if you just find them on the internet, you still have to get all the pieces in. So this fox one, let me pull it up so you can see it. Now you cannot use mine now. Don't you use mine. All right, so here's his common name. So that's handled. I've got all of the things. You have to make sure that it includes domain. And here's my information. Now I know you're going to be finding this information on the internet. I found this on Wikipedia, but you need to read it first. And in your head, you are reading that to a little brother or sister. You need to be able to explain it. Don't put big, giant, crazy words in there. This had some. This one that I found had some big, giant, crazy words in there, and I took them out and I rewrote it so that it made sense. You have to write your little paragraph as if you were talking to a little brother or sister. Do not just Google and paste without thinking. Do not blindly just Google and paste. Yes, you'll be using Google or the Wikipedia or whatever it is to find information about your animal, but read it first. Don't just put random stuff on there. All right, so I found some good stuff about the fox. Okay, but you're only allowed to have one mammal. So I chose a reptile next. This one is called a tuatera. Okay, you could also choose fish or amphibians, or you could have two bugs if you want to. It doesn't matter, but only one can be a mammal. I chose a reptile. This guy is really cool because he was around when the dinosaurs were around. But take a look at the thing I've got. Somebody's mic is on. This one that I pulled off the internet did not have his common name. So I had to stick his common name over here with my instructions or my paragraph. Okay. And it doesn't have to be long, 2 to 3 to 5 sentences. Okay. I'm not looking for a report here, and you had better read it first before you put it on there. Okay. Don't just put big, giant, garbly, goobly science words that you think sounds good. You need to read it and make sure that it's good. If you were telling it to a little brother or sister, you would have to be able to read it to explain it. So if you're putting big gobbledygook words, it's not going to work. All right, now I said the first two again were from the internet. This one here is one that my son wanted me to try. All right, so this is the orchid praying mantis. Okay, he looks like a flower. And I just looked up the kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species, and pasted it right here. I found this information here on a website for the orchid mantis, but again, it did not, I put his common name up here, okay? This is already done for you, and then I added a picture. See down here? Here's the blank one. You're gonna pick your animal, kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. You don't have to do anything to this pyramid, it's already set up. Give me its common name and some information and a picture of it. And each one of these boxes should be set up so that you can type in them. Okay, it shouldn't be a problem for you to type in these boxes. Okay, now I'm gonna, you'll have all day long today to do this. This is gonna be due on Monday. The taxonomy project is due on Monday. All right, remember that I wanted to go over the details with you to make sure you had it and had plenty of time. But your study guide is due tomorrow. If it's not done, you need to do it first. The test is tomorrow. Make sure that you know what's going to be on the test, your study guide. Okay, use your study guide so you know what's on the test. But if both of those things are handled, I would like for you today to play around with some of this, okay? And let me know if you have any trouble with the cutting and pasting on this template. I made this up myself, so it's not something that's already been tested or tried. You need to let me know if you can work it. which means you need to try it before 10:30 on the day before it's due. Don't try to do this stuff right before it's due. All right, this is going to be due on Monday. Do you guys have any questions for me to get started? You're either finishing up your study guide or you're starting on your taxonomy project. Which one do you think? Do you guys have any questions? All right. So I'm going to get everything ready to go. I'm going to be grading some papers. Like I said, I have graded your Boozman already. Please check it. And if you need anything, let me know on the mic. These instructions I'll send out to you in Remind as soon as YouTube gets them all processed and whatever. Okay? Give me a holler if you need anything.